teachers, this training video is going to show you how to provide feedback to students via Google Form and some of the ways that you can do it. So those of you who have or have not used Google Forms through Google Classroom, one thing you will realize is in order to view student responses and see how students have done, you actually need to go back into the Google Form, and those responses don't come all the way through to Classroom. So I have a form that is actually part of our digital citizenship training for teachers, but I want to show you a couple of different things that you can do when you are providing feedback. So the first thing on a form is you can actually turn a form into a quiz. You can do this from the start by selecting to create a quiz, or at any point you can click the gear, go over to quizzes, and then toggle on the switch to make this a quiz. All right, and then down here you have two options. You can release the grade immediately after each submission or later after manual review. During this time, I might recommend doing immediately after each submission so that students can quickly see their feedback. However, if your entire form is shorter extended responses that require teachers to go through the responses, you may want to return it after manual review. And then at the bottom, you can choose which things students can see. So because we're not focused on point values at this time and we're looking at completion, I may leave point values unchecked. And in fact, I won't even be giving my questions point values. I will want students to be able to see the missed questions and the correct answers for those questions after they're released. So I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then under each question, you'll notice when you click on the question, down here in the bottom left-hand corner will be an item for answer key. So you have a couple of different options for the answer key. You can select 0 points, which is probably recommended during this time. You will select the correct answer, so you'll notice that I can choose true, false, or true and false. So students, when they finish the quiz, right now I set mine for immediate release, they'll get that feedback that this was the correct answer if they select the wrong one. And then I can add answer feedback. The cool thing about adding answer feedback is you can add answer feedback for all incorrect answers, add answer feedback for correct answers. You can even attach a video or a link to your feedback. So for example, if students got, the media can impact which gender stereotypes we believe to be true. Okay, incorrect answers. The number media has a big impact. How I can say whatever I want to say here. I can simply do a great job. If there's a video that reinforces this concept, you can add a link to a YouTube video that students can watch to be reminded of that concept, and then you can save. So now I see that if they answer true, they get the feedback saying great job. If they answer false, they get a reminder about why the answer would be true. Same thing, under here you can select points, you can add answer feedback. So because there are 3 choices here, both avatars and interest will get students to receive the incorrect answer feedback. And then if they select bias, they will receive the correct answer feedback. You don't have to do feedback for both incorrect and correct answers. It's up to you. So I did have someone ask if there's a feedback by specific answer. No, there isn't. There's just feedback for all incorrect or correct. Down here, for a long answer text, when I click on the answer key, I'm going to notice the answer feedback is generic. So because Google Forms can't determine if this long answer is correct, there will be a general feedback. My suggestion on this to help clear up any confusion is simply check back later for feedback from your teacher. You could also put the correct response for students here, but this helps students if they view that feedback and then see that reminder. That will help. Okay, so now I'm done with this. I'm going to go up to the eyeball so that I can see exactly what students see. So eyeball, test, we're going to specifically answer this one incorrect, we're going to answer this one correct. And I click submit. So now I get this button that says view accuracy, or I may get a button that says view results. So if I do this, now down here you'll notice, okay, I got this incorrect. Here's the correct answer. Here's the feedback. So, oh, I gotta remember, media has a big impact on how we think and learn about things. Oh, I got this one correct. I didn't add any feedback to this question. Down here, it left this one. It just says check back later for feedback from your teacher. So that way I know that my teacher is going to get back to me at a later point. So we're going to go back into the quiz, and I want to show you the other way of giving feedback. So now once students have started to respond, you'll have this responses section up here, and you can see the responses by summary, by question, or by individual. So I can see by question, I have an ungraded response from test. Okay, I want to see the student's response. Okay, I want to add individual feedback. So here I can actually add individual feedback to that student. And now it will change it. It does clearly say individual feedback, so this feedback is not going to every student. I can also view this by question, so sometimes I find it helps me to go through a student's responses by question, or through the responses by question. Edits are pending. I want to make sure I save. And then when I'm ready, I simply click release score. I can choose to send a message. I can choose which students I want to send that message to, or all. And then I send emails and release. So to see what this looks like from the student, I now get an email that says scores released. Do you want to view? Yes, I want to view the results. And now I can come down and see that individual feedback for that question.